All right, so it's just a couple of overs left. That Pakistan inning is going to come to an end. India have, in fact...
Everyone enjoying the match on the big screen. So, score 318 हो गया अब. Four people out Pakistan से. आपको क्या लगता है कि इंडिया ही जीतेगा?
मैम, ये लगता है पिछली बार आप भूल गए हो कि 127 रन से इंडिया ने पाकिस्तान को मात दी थी. तो ये इंडिया के लिए पॉसिबल नहीं हो सकता कि भाई इंडिया इतनी स्कोर ना बना पाए.
Well, that's the confidence in the people. This is the confidence in the people that this is absolutely nothing.
इनके लिए एक सिर्फ विराट कोहली ही काफी है.
अगर ये 400 रन भी बनाएंगे ना तो भी इंडिया जीतेगा. इंडिया
is the best.
Everyone having a lot of fun. A man on a unicycle also with the flag. Everyone having a lot of fun dancing here.
इंडिया जीता है, जीतेगा, जीता रहेगा. और सुनो, दूध मांगोगे खीर देंगे, जीत मांगोगे खीर देंगे.
That's what people saying. India has won before and will win again. You can see the activity here. Everyone dancing, everyone smiling. Huge smiles on people's faces here at this pool party, Ankit. Everyone having a gala time, confident that India will win this finale.
Yes, batting is India's forte, and we will batting performance there by Pakistan. Possibly, as everybody was saying, batting is their weak link, bowling is their strong point. They actually batted more than expected.
Yeah, having said that, this is a fantastic batting wicket. It's a batting belter. You can say that Mohammad Hafiz playing a blinder towards the end, getting Pakistan now they're around 320 plus. If they get around 335 or so, it'll be a big ask for India. Having said that, Ankit, if there was one wicket and one weather where you can possibly get this, it is this oval wicket. It's a virgin wicket. It's being used for the first time. It's a belter. The ball's coming on. There's nothing for the faster bowlers. Whatever little moisture there was is now gone early morning. India will have a decent batting wicket to chase these runs down. And all of us should remember Virat Kohli in a run chase. It's a massive final, massive pressure, no debate. Pakistan will be thrilled with the kind of score they've got. But don't rule India out, because 335.
Strong batting. And before I go to Rasesh, I have a quick question to you. Of course, we have a very strong batting lineup, but it's a final. There is India-Pakistan pressure. Of course, all those things will also come into play.
Pakistani fans, there you see the oval outside the gate. We can't show you the stadium because that's not the rule. But Pakistani fans all over, very confident of their team's performance. Having said that, 320 on this.
India has created this reputation on the strength of their batting, and India is sort of thinking differently. The modern Indian team thinks differently. They think any total is chaseable. That is the reason they go even on a flatter wicket. They look to chase, and I think they will now have to walk the talk. Virat Kohli spoken about how the team would not take much pressure off this game. He now has to walk the talk, and the batsmen have to have to chase this total down. It's the pressure of the final, which some modern teams think is an old-fashioned thing. Let's get some voices in here and see if the fans agree with what we think. Guys, looks like 330 plus. Is this chaseable for India?
It is. And Rohit will be playing today. He'll be scoring century, as well as Shikhar Dhawan. So they are...
What do you guys think? Come ahead and tell me. We were speaking earlier in the day, and you were saying that India was slightly indisciplined. Now, chasing 330 plus, can India do it?
Yes, I think in last couple of overs, India has performed really well, but the target seems to be a little difficult. But I think considering Rohit Sharma, I think we have a good batting lineup, so we can definitely chase the target.
What's the key if India has to chase this total down, you think?
So the top three have been really good, especially the pair of Rohit and Kohli. So they have been performing really well. In the last match, they chased down the total very easily. So I think the top three are the ones who need to turn this up. And 330 is a decent score. Looking at the way they were batting, it should have been.
Ankit, for a greater part of this innings, the fans behind me who've been watching this, game in the big screen, and like would be the case in a lot of other cities, have been rather kept quiet. They were thinking that they'll get to cheer the wickets a lot more, and that's credit to the Pakistan's performance. But like
Shikhar Dhawan, Rasesh was spot on. They're playing an extra batsman. Hardik Pandya, they bat deep, so they have the potential. Question is, final, Can they sort of stand up to that and get these 340 odd runs? Look, you've got to pace your innings right. The way you've got to go about it is at the end of 35, let's get to about 170, 180 odd. If you get to about, last 15 or so overs, 130, 40 runs, these guys who play T20 cricket so well will chase that down. That's doable. 8-9 runs in the last 15 with wickets in hand for an Indian side that's master of T20 cricket is eminently gettable.
All right, Boria, just stay on with me. Also, Rasesh and Shalini, we have to take a small little break as of now. 3:30 for 4 wickets in 49.2 overs, 4 balls to go. We'll get you the final score and our experts along with the fans. Stay tuned. News and updates continue on India Today.
It's a final at the Mini World Cup that has lived up to all the hype. If anyone thought the final was going to be a one-sided affair, well, think again. 338 for 4 is what Pakistan has scored against India in the final of the Champions Trophy. 339 to win for India. It's going to be a record chase if Virat Kohli and company have to clinch the title. Remember, the highest ODI chase in an ODI tournament final has been done by India against England in that NatWest final 2002. That was 326. But India will have to break that record if we have to win the Champions Trophy title. But good news, Nikhil, for India is that just a few days ago, India lost a match on this ground against a Sri Lankan team that chased 322. So this is only about 16 runs extra. And if it's a similar wicket, then India should be able to challenge this target.
True. 321 was easily chased down by Sri Lanka. Let me tell my viewers, don't look at the 339 score. With the new ICC ruling coming in, the first 40 overs, you're only allowed 4 fielders outside the 30-yard circle. So every single time you're seeing these 300 runs being scored, that's the average score. You're getting more boundaries in the first 40 overs, so there's nothing to worry. Team India, they'll probably go about their chase in a very strategic manner. 50 runs in the first 10, 55 or close to maybe 60. They'll be looking at about 250 odd runs in the 40 overs and then leave about 70, 78, 80 odd runs for the last 10. So nothing to really worry about. I understand what Pakistan's bowling, but when Bhuvneshwar was bowling initially on, and as well as Ashwin and Jadeja, not a single ball turn. There was no seam movement whatsoever. All you got to do is just look to bat the first 10 overs.
Absolutely no demons in this pitch currently, and India should be pretty confident of chasing down this target. Also joining us live from the Oval is our consulting editor Boria Majumdar. Deep Dasgupta is live from the UK at the moment. But Boria, coming to you first, what a final so far. And India face a record chase, but Virat Kohli and company must be confident given their form with the bat in the tournament so far.
Oh, absolutely. And I was hearing you say that 320 was chased down by Sri Lanka. Or for a final, a 338 is a massive, massive ask. There's no debate on that Pakistan batted wonderfully well to get to 337, 338. 339 is a massive ask. It'll be a record chase. Having said that, there's no seam movement, beautiful weather, nothing's happening with the ball. It's a batting belter. Fans from both sides are confident. You think, ma'am?
Definitely Pakistan will win. Pakistan played very well and the Fakhr is very proud of Pakistan.
What do you reckon? 340 chase?
Oh, very much, very much. India's gonna win. No problem. Come on, India.
You reckon 340 chase?
India.
Come on.
Without doubt, India will finish by 45 overs.
The point is, in this day and age of T20 cricket, if you get to about 180, 190 in the first 35, India will fancy about 9, 10 in the last 10 for sure. They play an extra batsman, Hardik Pandya, then Ravindra Jadeja, then Ravi Ashwin. These guys are masters of the T20 art. So if it's about 130 odd in the last 15, India will fancy their chances.
Also, Boria, it will be crucial how Indian openers approach this run chase. India has lost only 2 wickets in this entire tournament in the power plays in the first 10 overs. Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma hold the key for India, isn't it? Another stable start from them and India will be halfway there.
Transfer karo, cut.
We'll try and reconnect that line with Boria Majumdar, but Deep Dasgupta is also live. Deep, the same question to you. The openers will be crucial, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Not just the openers, the top three of them, including Virat. Because end of the day, it's about the top three getting runs. If your top three doesn't get runs, then it's going to be a very, very difficult task. Yes, I've been hearing Nikhil say and Boria say all that, but let's face it, as far as Pakistan batting is concerned, that was their weaker suit. Their bowling is their stronger suit, and they've scored 338. So I would say, they've got their noses just ahead of us at this point in time. But yes, you would still back the Indian batsmen to kind of, win this game. And like you said, the top three batsmen, they're going to be the key here.
Absolutely. Boria, did the pitch have any demons? Did you see any extraordinary seam movement or swing or spin? Anything at all that might trouble in the Indian top three?
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Batting belter, whatever little there was, it's gone. It's a beautiful day, hot day, 31, 32 degrees centigrade. Look at the sky, blue. There's no cloud, there's no chance of rain. There's nothing in that wicket at all for any bowler. First 10 overs will be the key. There's no debate on that. Obviously Pakistan has a good bowling unit. You play the first 10 overs, even if you get 40, 45, 50 runs, doesn't matter because India has serious explosive firepower. And once the top order clicks, if they do not give more than one wicket in the first 15, and if they get about 75, 80, 85, I still reckon India will make it. Because last 15, I keep saying this, these people have mastered the 50 over art. They'll get to about 160 odd in the 30 and then they'll double it. These guys are extremely good with T20 and Virat Kohli in a run chase. If ever Virat Kohli has to stand up and show that he's the very best in the world, better than even perhaps his idol Sachin Tendulkar in the stands, this is the occasion. He wins this, he's etched himself into immortality.
All right, before we carry on this discussion, let's quickly take a look at how Pakistan scored those 338 runs against India in today's final. Not the best of times for India in the field today. India missed a couple of run-out chances while Fakhar, their opener, Pakistani opener, was caught behind when he was not even on 5. He went on to score a century as Bumrah was found to have bowled a no ball. But Nikhil, credit to their batsmen, but not the best of the days for Indian spinners in the field, especially Ashwin going for 70 runs, Jadeja going for 67.
So I'm a little surprised. So you're absolutely spot on. So a little surprised with the line that the spinners bowled. I thought they were very defensive. We spoke about Pakistan being defensive in that first league phase of the game. When you're bowling to the left-hander as a right-arm off-spinner in the power plays, I can understand. If the ball was turning from within the stumps, you attack the middle and leg stump. If you've got somebody standing in slip, you want to be off-stump, outside off-stump. You've got to take a little bit of chance. The idea is to look to pick up wickets. These good batting conditions, if you're looking to get defensive, the batsmen get 25, 30, it gets very, very difficult to get batsmen out on these sort of tracks. So as a spinner, as a frontline bowler, your core strength, you got to back yourself and look to pick up wickets. Because if you don't do that, then it's very hard to stop the run flow. And the other thing what probably hurt India with that 25, 30 runs extra probably is, I think they bowled about 16 extra deliveries.
Yeah.
13 wide deliveries and 3 no balls. So you bowled what, 2.5 overs, 2.4 overs extra, allowing the Pakistani batsmen to get those number of more deliveries to get to 338. No, not taking any credit away from Pakistan. I think they've done an outstanding job getting to 338. But this is still a good wicket. You just need to plan. Look to get to about 160, 165 in the last 20. Team India, without panic, can get this total.
Without panic, that's the key, isn't it, Boria? But in the field, did you see Virat Kohli defensive in his approach? Could he have done anything differently while India was bowling first?
Maybe he could have gotten Kedar Jadhav a bit early, given the way Kedar bowled. Maybe he could not have used Kedar Jadhav for that extra over because Virat got greedy. It sort of boomeranged because Kedar 2 overs for 11, that over went for 16. He had 1 over of Jasprit Bumrah who finished with 9. But Jasprit Bumrah just wasn't Jasprit Bumrah today, bowling too many wides. So maybe that reason Virat bowled Kedar for that extra over, went for a couple of sixes. But again, look, what's happened has happened. In this day and age of T20 cricket, Pakistan fans are happy. Indian fans are cautiously optimistic. These guys are cheering, Jeetega bhai, Jeetega, India bhai, India Jeetega. You reckon we can get these runs?
All right, it'll be crucial for India to start on the front foot like they have done right through the tournament. And the man to do that will be Rohit Sharma. isn't it? Centurion from the last match, and Rashesh Mandani is live from Rohit Sharma's school in Mumbai. Rohit, how are his former teachers and friends and family awaiting a Rohit special knock today in the final?
Yes, Shobit, you're bang on. He's been the second highest run scorer for India in this tournament, and not surprising that the fans here would be hoping and he can get it right. I think the only reason that some of the fans that he was speaking to earlier were a little worried is would panic set in the game of the final. That is something that India has to guard against. But you can hear the boys, they haven't got much to cheer in the first innings. They are hoping the Indian batsmen will make up for it. I mean, guys, are you tense or Rohit and company will do it for India?
Yes, obviously. Obviously they will do it.
रोहित हमारे टीम का बेस्ट प्लेयर है. रोहित विराट कोहली आर इन द बेस्ट देयर फॉर्म. वी चीयर अप फॉर इंडिया. वेरी गुड. वेल डन इंडिया. इंडिया.
कुछ नर्वसनेस है कि रोहित शिखर ने जो रन्स बनाए वो यहाँ भी बनेंगे, आपको लगता है?
बनेंगे, ऑब्वियसली बनेंगे. रोहित बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर है, काफी अच्छा ओपनर है. बस प्रेशर है पर वो लोग खेल लेंगे.
अच्छा, प्रेशर में सबसे अच्छा कौन खेलता है? आप क्या कहोगे इंडियन टीम?
शिखर धवन इज द बेस्ट एंड कोहली इज द ऑलमोस्ट बेस्ट.
अच्छा खेल पाएंगे.
रोहित सबसे अच्छा खेलेगा
और रोहित शर्मा से एक डबल सेंचुरी की उम्मीद है आज हमें. बिल्कुल उन्हें एक डबल सेंचुरी मनानी चाहिए. 264 का रिकॉर्ड.
They're quite hungry, Shobit, as you can understand. Not 100, they want a double ton from Rohit. But like we know, Rohit, Shikhar Dhawan, the runs that they got at the top of the order, Virat Kohli with all his experience, and the likes of Yuvraj and Dhoni. This is the reason they have been picked in the squad for, despite their age, that they still have it in them. That's what the selectors think. That's what the captain thinks. And it's now time for the Indian team to make it count, to not take the pressure of the final and come through.
You're absolutely spot on there, Rashesh. Thanks for that very special report from Rohit Sharma's school in Mumbai. Yes, India face a record chase, and it will be crucial that the openers deliver. Also, it will be crucial that Virat Kohli fires, because whenever Virat Kohli fires in a run chase in an ODI, India invariably goes on to win that match. Let's hope. Thrice in our ODI cricket history, India has chased down targets of more than 350. So today's 339 is well within the reach of Virat Kohli and the boys. Boria Majumdar live from the Oval in London, the venue of this mega clash. And these are the highest chases by India versus Pakistan in ODIs. 330 for 4 was in Mirpur in 2012. India, Boria, are very used to chasing down these high targets. And Shikhar Dhawan has been India's man to go to in ICC tournaments. Man of the series last time, Champions Trophy 2013. He's not far away this time as well. Leading run scorer for India.
All three will be the key. Shikhar Dhawan, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli. Look at these guys. I mean, this is the kind of passion they still have. Everyone reckons India can get these. Fandom is at its absolute best. He's come to London today and he's come here at the Oval and screaming Bharat Mata ki jai. I keep saying this. You lose one wicket in the first 15, you are on par. Run rate doesn't matter. India gets 75, 80, 85. They will double it at 30 and then further double it at 50. These guys are fantastic with the T20 art. Hardik Pandya in the last 10 with MS Dhoni will tonk it around. Nothing's happening. Don't rule India out at all. 330, 340 chase. Just don't lose a wicket or 2 wickets in the first 15. 85, 90 odd in the first 15 is good enough.
Nikhil, at this moment in the innings break, what will be Virat Kohli's message to the team when he knows that the team is going and they face a record run chase, something that hasn't been done in an ODI tournament final ever?
I don't think so. At least that record chase would be in his mind. He'd probably be telling his openers, break it down in smaller sort of targets. The first 10 where you want to be 45, 50. But the important part is don't look to manufacture shots. Play the shots, so merit the ball, shot selection. Try and not lose a wicket. Get that scoreboard ticking. Don't try and take too many unnecessary risks. Where you want to be at 30 overs, and then like Boria says, you look to double. The last 20, Shobit, wickets in hand, this batting order easily can get about 160, 170 runs on board. It's just you need to take the game back into the Pakistan camp. I know they've got 338. First 10 overs, you get 50 odd, 55. You don't lose a wicket. There'll be panic. I promise you, Team India will be back in the game. You just need to bat a little patiently. Don't look at the 339 and go hammer and tongs in the first 10, lose a couple of wickets, then the pressure's back on you.
Absolutely. While we've been discussing India's top three, how they have been amongst the runs in this Champions Trophy and how they will hold the key for India in this final, it will also come down to India's probably two most experienced cricketers in limited overs cricket, isn't it? Deepdas Gupta, MS Dhoni and Yuvraj Singh will hold the key in this final.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be a team effort. I mean, when you're chasing down 338 or 339 in the finals, and because it's a finals, add another 20 odd runs to the total. So realistically, you're looking at 360, 365. You will see a different Pakistan on the field as well. With that kind of score on the scoreboard, you see the fielders coming in as well. So it's not going to be one or two batsmen getting this score. So you need all the help that you can. So obviously, we're talking about the first three getting a good start. But end of it all, you have to have someone like Yuvraj or Dhoni. You'll see them finishing the game. If India is going to go on to win this, you'll see one of them at the death, if not both of them, finishing off this game for India.
Nikhil, Hassan Ali, Mohammad Amir, you reckon these two are the danger men for India?
I think, see, Mohammad Amir is coming back after an injury. He hasn't been amongst the wickets as well. And at least for Team India's sake, we haven't seen a single delivery swing. He's not, as a left-hander, he's not going to be bringing it back. And these guys are pros. They've played each other. They understand if he's not bringing the ball back, it's only going to be going one way. Hassan Ali in the middle overs, I find personally him a dangerous bowler in terms of the lines that he bowls, Shobit, the lengths, and he's got something off the deck as well. If that something off the deck, doesn't happen, then you can go after him. But he's a wily character, and sometimes, certain tournaments, certain games, you're in that sort of rhythm. There's a wicket-taking luck about yourself going into the tournament as well, and I think Hassan's got that. We've seen that, he's the guy who's been picking up wickets consistently in all the matches in that middle period for Pakistan. So he's somebody that you'll have to be a little careful. Mohammad Amir is a terrific bowler, but not one who's in the best of rhythm.
Absolutely. He isn't what he was like before his suspension in 2010, isn't it, Mohammad Amir? But he still restricts runs for Pakistan in the middle overs. But Boria, you agree with Nikhil? Hassan Ali is the danger man for India?
It's not about Hassan Ali or Mohammad Amir, it's about pressure. I mean, you don't lose a wicket in the first 15. No, Hassan Ali can do anything to this Indian batting lineup. The fact is, this match will be decided in the first 15 or 20 overs of the Indian innings. India at 110 for 1 in the first 20. This match is India's. The top order is so good. The top order in such good form. Virat Kohli in a run chase. Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan in prime form. All these guys are good enough at T20 cricket. The only thing for me is do not give a wicket to the Pakistan opening bowlers. You guys wanted to sing something?
Yes! City of nahi chhodenge gam magar tera saath na chhodenge.
So basically, they don't want to give the Champions Trophy back, these Indian supporters. They want it back. They want to take it back yet again, and they're backing their team to do it yet again.
Absolutely right, Boria. None of us want to give this trophy back, and hopefully Virat and company will be back with that title back here in India to massive celebrations. Let's all hope for that. But Deep, the Pakistan media had been saying before the build-up to this contest that India's top three is dangerous, but the middle order hasn't been tested so far. Would you agree with that?
I wouldn't. I mean, you have someone like Dhoni and Yuvraj who's played more than 300 ODIs, and even if now they think they're not tested enough, I know what is then. So I'm not going to be too worried about what Pakistan media has to say. End of it all, you've got enough experience, enough match-winning experience between Yuvraj and Dhoni. Not to forget Kedar Jadhav there. The last ODI series that we played, he was the man of the series. He closed one game and he almost closed the other. So you've got Hardik Pandya as well, who's come off as a batsman, as a finisher himself. So you've got enough depth in there. Jadeja, Ashwin. So you bat till number 8. So there is enough depth in there. But end of the day, it's gonna be wickets in hand, as Boria mentioned. If you have wickets in hand, 338, 339 is very, very chaseable.
Absolutely, and good news for all Indian sports fans. India has taken a 2-0 lead against Pakistan in the hockey match that's going on in the UK currently. So if all signs point towards an Indian victory on the cricket field and on the hockey pitch as well. Now, all our guests agree that India is still in the driver's seat in this final against Pakistan. Let me go across to Rashesh. Rashesh, the fans there, what do they believe? How many overs does India need to reach this target?
Yes, I'll come to the fans, but quickly, Shobit, it was a big sporting day. Srikanth has won in badminton. Like you said, hockey teams got off to a good start. Let's hope the Indian cricket team can finish it off as well. Yes, straight into the fans and some voices here. Tell me, guys. I mean, all we can see are these Indian flags and these 4s and 6s that they've got. So they are pretty confident that they'll get to cheer and listen to the drum beats a lot more than they did in the first innings. Where is all this confidence coming from?
Confidence is coming because we are very confident that Rohit and Shikhar would have a big partnership, and we expect Rohit Sharma to break his record of 264 today at a big platform and beat Pakistan.
What about you? What makes you confident as an Indian cricket fan?
See, if you look at the scores that we have made in the past, Rohit has scored 304, which is the second highest. Shikhar has scored 317, which is the highest. Okay, if these two people, followed by Virat Kohli, who's got out just once in the entire series, okay, if these three people click, followed by Yuvraj and Dhoni, even 340, 350, 360, it's still chase.
No nervousness, guys. Mohammad Amir, big pressure of the final. No nervousness.
No, not at all. Chak
India!
Young and old Shobit, you're super confident from Rohit Sharma's school that that he will come through and the rest of the Indian batting lineup will chase the target down.
You know what, Rashesh, by the time you finished your live, India scored yet another goal against Pakistan on the hockey pitch. So India leads now 3-0 against Pakistan. And we'll keep coming back to you, Rashesh, for those updates. Thank you so much. Boria, but it can turn out to be a super Sunday for India. We may just beat Pakistan in hockey, like Rashesh mentioned. It was a great day in the badminton court as well. And like you mentioned, India still in the driver's seat in cricket.
Absolutely. I mean, Kidambi Srikanth doing it in Indonesian Open. 3-0, as you said, in the hockey pitch. We've got to see, not in the driver's seat. 338, you cannot be in the driver's seat. But you've got to believe that this Indian batting lineup in a very good batting deck at the Oval can do it. If there's any side with such serious batting depth which has the potential to chase these runs down against a team that fields pretty badly. Think of the Pakistan cricket team's fielding prowess. It's not South Africa or Australia. So there they will not be able to save those additional 20-odd runs. So you can back some of the throws. You can get that extra run. You will be able to put them under pressure. You expect a couple of drop chances because pressure will also get to them if India start well. All I'm saying is start well. First 20 overs, lose one and not more, and you are in the driver's seat.
Absolutely. Most formidable batting lineup in the tournament, Nikhil. We've discussed the openers. In comes Virat Kohli, then Yuvraj Singh, MS Dhoni, Kedar Jadhav. Hardik Pandya, you think Kedar Jadhav, Hardik Pandya may just have a role to play? They haven't got a good knockout in the middle so far, but Kedar Jadhav, Hardik Pandya have the ability to win any match.
Yeah, without a doubt. I think Kedar is one person who can improvise, and he does it at will. And he's got that great ability to connect and get boundaries as well. And lower down the order, you'll need people like that in this sort of score. Even Hardik Pandya, uses the long handle, uses it to great effect. I don't know if he's going to be thrown up the order just to try and probably capitalize. But personally, I feel, with Virat looking to break down the chases, and he's probably one of the best chasers in the world that you've got now. 1500s that you keep speaking about, 196 odd not out.
Before you break it up. The last 6 times India has chased down a total of 300 or more. In 5 out of those matches, Virat Kohli hit a century.
There you go. It just goes to show the kind of belief the man has. You go in with a mindset what a champion is going to be thinking when he walks out onto that field. He can do it. It's just that he needs that feel, the body language. Then you start putting pressure back on the bowling side because he's been able to build on that reputation that he's the master chaser. He gets on 25, 30 odd runs. He gets the start. He'll be able to convert. And then he just soaks up the pressure. Everybody else is going to be looking to chip around. And the other guys that I'm talking about, like Deep just mentioned, 300 plus 1 days. Look at that experience. I think UV's 7th final in the ICC Champions Trophy or ICC tournament that he's playing. Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the kind of vast experience that he's got. So there is a lot of experience. There is a lot of talent in that batting order. Make no mistake. Boria says a good start, capitalize, get that platform and express yourself.
Absolutely. But Deep, a quick question. Everyone's talking about pressure. Who's the pressure on in this innings break?
Well, I think to a great extent it would be on India. I mean, India went into this finals as favourites to win it. So and then chasing down 339 on a Champions Trophy finals, I think pressure is on India. But India's got to slowly play itself into this game. I mean, I completely agree with Boria. I think at this point in time, Pakistan has their noses ahead. But India slowly, mind you, if India after 20 overs is 1 wicket down with, I don't care, 120, 110, the pressure is back on Pakistan. So the first 15, 20 overs, you don't lose wicket, and then you see what we call nerves and what we call pressure, and then Pakistan will start feeling it. As of now, India would feel it a little more than Pakistan.
Boria, if like Deep mentions, if India is more under pressure in this innings break, then how does India put it back on Pakistan?
Just don't lose a wicket in the first 15, you will see the pressure back on Pakistan. Simple answer. You know, the fact is, the moment Pakistan feels Mohammad Amir and that first spell is gone, the ball's not doing much. Rohit and Shikhar have gotten off to about a decentish start. Even if it's 80 runs of the first 15 and the asking rate has gone up to 7, 7.5, doesn't matter. If India does not lose a wicket, I can bet you there will be drop catches, there will be missed chances, there will be, fielding misses. There will be body language that will change. The Indian dressing room will start feeling a high, and then that captain will walk out who's a master of the run chase. If Virat Kohli pulls this off, you've got to say Virat Kohli is the best cricket player that India has produced in a run chase forever. Because 340 in a London final of an ICC Champions Trophy against Pakistan, it can't get bigger than that.
Absolutely. And plus, the outfield is
Absolutely right, Boria. We'll just come back to you, Nikhil. But what makes Virat Kohli so special? Does he break down the targets? How does he approach a run chase? And how will he tell the team to approach the chase today? Will he ask them to break it down matches of T20 targets? How will he?
Let's go.
What's the discussion? How do captains break down a target?
I think Virat Kohli, of course, the kind of self-belief, takes the onus on himself. You throw him a challenge, you say, okay, fair enough, game on. And sometimes for legends to get to their best, they need that challenge. You look at Master Sachin, each time you threw him a challenge, there was a big game, Master would always come up, trumps, he was in that zone, he had that belief, and he gets going 20, 30 odd runs, and he'd be able to convert that sort of start, soak up that pressure, and everybody else would just tend to bat around him, taking in that pressure. So same with Virat. I think Virat's so special in these run chases. He breaks down targets where he wants to be 10 overs if he's batting, 15 overs, and then just looks to capitalize in the start. Once the feet start moving, Shobhit, then it gets troublesome for any bowler to try and control Virat Kohli, and he's got that ability. Once he's set, to try and maneuver the ball, whichever part of the park that he wants to hit. That's the danger part of Virat Kohli. Breaking down and, of course, self-belief.
Absolutely, and Virat's self-belief will all come into play, and we'll need Virat to bat at the top of his ability, because India has suffered an early setback in that run chase against Pakistan in the final of the Champions Trophy. Rohit Sharma has been dismissed in the very first over by Mohammad Amir. So Boria, the strategy that you've been advocating, not losing a wicket in the first 10-15 overs, well, that's not going to happen now. It all comes down to Virat Kohli and, of course, Shikhar Dhawan, India's highest run scorer so far in the tournament.
It does, and he didn't review, did he? I mean, I thought, was it pitching on line, on leg? Was it slightly pitching outside leg? That's the question. Was height the issue? Mohammad Amir, that's the point. You don't lose a wicket in the first 10. You lose another, this is Pakistan's game. You don't lose another wicket in the first 15, India will still dictate terms. But as I said, you lose another one between Shikhar Dhawan and Virat Kohli, Pakistan will start fancying their chances big time.
Deep, now that Rohit is dismissed in the very first over, how does India go about, chasing down this target? Do they play cautiously, or do they still back their talent and go about going after the Pakistani bowlers?
I think they'll bat cautiously, and that's been the template so far in this Champions Trophy, is to play out the first 10-15 overs, set yourself in, get a good base to go after the bowlers in the middle overs. So that's how things going to be. Yes, Rohit has been dismissed, and that's what I was thinking of as well, because if the ball's coming back in, and which Amir will get a little bit of swing back into the right-hander initially, it's going to be trouble. So obviously, unfortunately, Rohit loses his wicket. But if we still go on and not lose a wicket for the next 10-12 overs, it's going to be still, game nicely balanced. But the next few overs are going to be very crucial. Talking about Virat, I think he's going to be very cautious. He realizes the fact, the aura of the players also matters. Suddenly you have Virat Kohli still out there with Shikhar Dhawan after 15 overs. And suddenly the Pakistani bowlers are thinking, you've got to take care of Dhawan, who's in form. Virat Kohli, who's one of the best chasers, or maybe at this point the best chaser. Dhoni, one of the best chasers ever. Yuvraj Singh. So psychologically, the Pakistani players and fielders are under pressure as well. But the key here is wicket in hands.
Absolutely, keeping wickets in hands is the key. Let me go across to Rohit Sharma's school. Rashesh Mandani is live with us for one final time in this broadcast. Rashesh, what about the fans? They've all settled down. I can see behind you, of course, this is Rohit Sharma's school, but they're still backing India to go on and complete this run chase.
Excellent start.
Yeah, they are in mourning, I would think. Shobit, Rohit's out, and they'd come out to bat. But a lot of the fans follow the game very closely. They know that India still got the depth, and they would understand that India would need to master this chase well. India put a bit of pressure on themselves by taking this modern decision, like the modern captains do, of chasing down, of taking the risk of chasing down any total. They used to say in a pressure game you'd look to bat first on a good wicket. Virat Kohli thought differently. What did he say before the game? He said that they're not looking at it as a pressure game. They're not looking at it as an India-Pakistan game. They're preparing the same way. I think it's for now a lot of the Indian batsmen to walk the talk and continue to chase this total down with some breakdown targets and see if they can keep the title in India.
Absolutely, Rashesh. Thanks for all those updates. We'll come to you in post-match as well. But Nikhil, one final short, quick word. Can India still achieve this target?
I think so. I think next 10-15 overs holds the key. One little partnership of 50-70 odd runs, then you see the fun.
All right, Virat Kohli, Shikhar Dhawan hold the key. Can they stay on the wicket and lead India close to that target of 339 runs? It will be a record run chase. Let's just hope Virat and the boys are up to it. Thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back. Now, India versus Pakistan is never just a cricket match. Pride is at stake. A lot of emotions are at stake as well. Now, who better to talk about playing an India versus Pakistan cricket match than the best batsman of all time, Sachin Tendulkar. The Master spoke exclusively to India Today and Aaj Tak and backed India to win this final against Pakistan in a run chase. Listen in.
से हमने उनको ICC के सारे टूर्नामेंट्स में एक अपर हैंड रहा है हमारा, तो मैं यही कहूँगा कि कल भी प्लेयरों को बाहर जाए ग्राउंड पे और उसी तरह प्रदर्शन दिखाए जो मैच के बाद हम सब सेलिब्रेट कर सके. Sachin, the interview that we had done for your film, and you had mentioned that Virat and his team does have a serious chance, and you are right. What have you been impressed with the way Virat has led and batted and the way he's conducted himself as captain?
Yes, I think it's overall been a terrific performance and wonderful leadership by Virat. Of course, I mean, you need guys to perform. You need individuals to put up their hands and say that, okay, I'm going to be the one who's going to win this game today.
But Sachin, the team that you beat, 2003 is what I'm remembering. Wasim Akram, Saeed Anwar, I mean, whatever.
Even 99.
That team and this team, is it the same? Or because,
I personally don't like comparing. Fair enough. But, you start looking at the names, you clearly know that these are two different teams. And if you go and ask 10 people, all 10 people would pick 2003 team, which is natural. I mean, you've got, possibly the best bowling attack at that time in the world, where you had Wasim, Waqar, Shoaib, Afridi and Abdul Razak. So a formidable fast bowling attack in South African conditions. So, but I don't like to compare again. I'd like to reiterate.
I'm not pushing you to that. But having said that, when, tell us a little bit about how to take pressure for a game like this. Because there's whole cricket world, whole India, everyone's
I hadn't slept for good 10, 12 nights before that game in 2003. So yes, anxiety levels are always going to be really, really high. But you learn to deal with all these things. You learn to, once you've crossed the line and you've walked on the field, things kind of start
hearing, Sachin, that it's another cricket game. Is it another cricket game or it's different? Please tell us.
More so if it's a final.
It's a final, and it's India-Pakistan final. So I don't think it is another cricket game. Yes, we try and keep telling ourselves that it's another cricket game. You still have to go out and bat and take the same leg stump guard. Bowlers have their run-ups measured, and those run-ups are also the same run-ups. Nothing changes. But it's just that the way, you approach a game, that preparation changes for sure. I feel it's about also playing mental games and out-thinking each other there in the middle. And if suddenly you realize that your plan A is not working, how quickly you move to plan B and make things happen is what matters. So I think it's going to be situational awareness and peripheral awareness. You need to have awareness when how quickly whether the plan is working or not, you need to realize that as quickly as possible.
Sachin, Virat in his press conference keeps saying that as cricketers we wait for such matches and for such opportunities. Can you tell us from your experience?
100%, because I'm sure the Indian team landed in England rather, thinking of lifting that trophy, and that moment is 24 hours away from now, and it's the most beautiful thing to happen. So you have to walk out there in the middle and compete hard to be able to lift that trophy, and that was the reason they flew from India.
So Sachin, it's India.
100% India. There is no toss up.